a guy by the name of Alec Lace, who was a right-wing buffoon podcaster, complete imbecile. He's interviewing another imbecile, Benny Johnson, and if he's not making money from the Kremlin, he's doing interviews with Alec Lace. Listen to this clip where they're talking about how Donald Trump is a first-class dad.
I do think one of the things overlooked about President Donald Trump is the fact that he is a first-class father as well. His kids are so well-spoken. Yes. And then you look at the flip side, you have like Biden, you got the Hunter Biden, you got the Obama kids. You don't see that with Trump. And one of the things that's key to this is that he hammered into his kids, no drinking, no drugs, no smoking. And I think more dads need to do that with their kids because we have an epidemic full of addictions in the country.
Dude, you actually, it's amazing. You can tell how kids were raised. You look at the results, right? You can see the seeds of the father. The fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree. It's a lot of sayings about it, but it's also true. And if you have a kid like Hunter Biden, that reflects very poorly on Joe Biden. Trump has great kids. They're the salt of the earth. They're wonderful, wonderful people. And, that says so much about President Trump and also where his priorities were in raising him. I mean, who would you prefer as a son, Hunter or Barron?
I do think
I'll tell you who I would prefer as a son. I'd rather have Hunter. Yes, I would. So first of all, when they make the case that he is a first-class dad, I guess the dad didn't teach his kids not to steal, particularly from charities. I guess dad didn't teach his kids don't commit any felonies. I'm a 34-count felon. I guess dad didn't teach his kids to not be a sexual abuser. I guess dad didn't teach his kids to be honest and to tell the truth. I guess dad didn't teach his kids how to be faithful to any woman because we all know that Donald Trump hasn't been faithful to any woman his entire life. Now, there are people out there that believe this stuff. Don't get me wrong, right? There are people out there that actually believe that Donald Trump is a good father. They believe it. And when they listen to these clowns out there, they believe what they say. They listen to somebody like Benny Johnson, who we know sold out to Vladimir Putin, sold out to the Kremlin. And this guy, Alec Lace, or Lace, whatever his name is, he's a nobody. We know that as well. But what we know for sure is the way Donald Trump has lived his life. There's no comparison between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. By the way, Joe Biden's not running for re-election. There's no comparison there. There's no comparison between the families of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Donald Trump has lived his entire life to who he is as a human being, which is a lying, swindling, snake oil car salesman, piece of human. Let's just be honest. That's just what it is. And I'm not going to, sugarcoat this. Anybody who says Donald Trump is a first-class dad is an imbecile.